It's NBA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors control the tap. Throws it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Bledsoe to Middleton. That pass taken away by Toronto.
I'm hearing some boos from the crowd. They know just like I know you're not getting back on D.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Knocks down the first.
Good shot. Good shot. I like that.
And gets both to drop at the line. Giannis with it up top, trailing by 4. Bledsoe to Adetokounmpo. Curling inside, Marc Gasol pins it.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Middleton to Lopez, and finishes strong.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2. Bledsoe with it up top. Down 4. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Hey, look, sometimes you need to feel out your opponent. Let them know you're there. I'm okay with that early foul.
Can't connect on the first free throw. He missed a pair of free throws. To Lowry. Now a steal by Milwaukee. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Chris Middleton at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. Free throw's good to cement the three-point play. The lead is back down to 1. Now ready to shoot at the line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free 2.
He connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both. Bledsoe with the basketball. Down 3. Short jumper won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
And a chance coming up at the line.
I'm the first to say I like the intensity as much as the next guy, but you gotta be smart. Early fouls like that may come back to haunt you later in the game.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Bledsoe with it up top. 5-point game. Whoa, Chris Middleton. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
In the paint, you need to finish, just like that.
Ball's controlled by Lowry. And a throwdown. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down 5. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, smothering D. Bledsoe with the basketball. They're down 3. To Adetokunbo. Here comes the screen. Pascal Siakam sends it away. That'll get out off the Raptors. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions. Bledsoe. To Middleton. Whoa, Chris Middleton. That's now 4. He hasn't missed.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Count it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Sean Livingston. And finishes strong. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
To Adetokunbo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 2 for 5. Not great, but trending.
Learn from that. You got to be a step ahead of the offensive player. Know that fake is coming again later.
Oh, that's how it's done.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Give him 2 points. High percentage.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
To Sean Livingston. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game. to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Free throws coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
First one goes down. Two for two on that trip. The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas, or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Off the assist.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Here's the truth. As long as you're using your legs and your body to stay in front of the offensive player, you won't get called for those. You keep reaching, though, it's going to be a long night.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
That's actually not a bad move at all. You're applying more pressure on him by sending him to the line.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Gasol stuffs it down with authority. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
It's no good. Great defense.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Again, Ed, if you made it to this level, you're capable of doing things that normal humans could never do, even if you're not known for it.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. 3 for 6 now.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Short jumper won't fall. DiVincenzo to Antetokounmpo. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Fires the three. Trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Gasol. Count the bucket for 2.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Screen coming to DiVincenzo. Marc Gasol swats it. And he's fouled, and he earns a trip to the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Long key from three-quarters court. First quarter in the books. The Raptors have the lead. Head coach Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Bucks at the controls. George Hill. To Adetokunbo. Probing the defense. Marc Gasol able to recover with the block.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
That's off the side of the rim, no good. And the finish, slam dunk. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
To Adetokunbo. Trying to cash in. Deep two there, won't go. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Tyler Johnson. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. And that one. Bledsoe. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Bledsoe with it up top. Down 6. Terrific vision. And he finishes at the rim.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Lowry.
Get locked up, boy.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
To Bledsoe. Bledsoe slams it down.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Bledsoe. Pascal Siakam rejects it. That'll get out off the Raptors. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
And when plays like that happen with multiple players touching the ball, the basketball gods will 100% reward you.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Pascal Siakam trying to cash in on a three-point play. His career mark right now sits at 63%. Off the mark on his free throw. Bledsoe. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. From the painted area, won't go down. Bledsoe with the basketball. Now down 6. Offensive rebound. Count the basket inside.
Just a ball-handling wizard, still putting people under his spell.
To Bledsoe. Here comes the screen. Bledsoe. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
I like this double team right now. Oh, yeah, let's double try me. Yep.
Count the basket at the rim.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
It's the Raptors with the basketball. Cleans it up. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jeremy Lamb at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Off the mark at the line. Kyle Lowry with the rock. Down low for Powell. And count the basket.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
Cashes in for 2.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To Powell. Lowry. Kyle Lowry is going to get 3 shots here for his career, 80% at the line. First try at the line, no good. Second of 3 is good.
Shot, bro.
Bledsoe with it up top. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Lowry into the front court. Under a minute to go before halftime. And scores at the rim, Jay. Good luck recovering from that.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Here we go.
Bledsoe. To the rim, lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Lowry. And throws it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than it was defense.
Knocked loose. 8 seconds. It's going the other way. toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Oh, he blocked it. First half in the books. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Raptors will start the second half with a decent lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks.
First half stats. Player of the half.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in the opening half. There's a reason he's a fan favorite.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great. Here's our top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back. I'll see you after the game.
Bledsoe with the basketball. The deficit now up to 12. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Slams it down. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
And scores.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Trap.
Runners good there.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Middleton. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Chris Middleton trying to cash in on the 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw try, off the mark. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Now a steal as the Raptors have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
The Bucks at the controls to Bledsoe. Wide open look won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Giannis with it up top. His guys down big. To Bledsoe. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Beyond the arc for three. Man, that was a tough shot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Now a whistle, and we'll get a timeout called by Milwaukee as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Antetokounmpo to Middleton. And they call the foul. Careful there, Jay.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Has a chance and scores.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Ah, the monster stuff.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Tough shot. Well defended to Lopez. Baseline drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good.
And you see so many players quit on a play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
Down the lane to lay it in.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Gasol snatching it out of the air.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Marc Gasol, huge block.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
To Antetokounmpo. Oh, had him going there for a second. Jumper's good.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Substitutions, Milwaukee. Substitutions, Toronto.
Hill to Middleton. And count the basket inside.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Oh, he's denied.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Marc Gasol. With that, he's 5 for 9.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Hill across the timeline. The deficit now up to 5. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
Middleton trying for a 30-point night, but it's no good. And a putback slam.
A lot of players lift weights, but who cares if you lift weights if you don't use that huge upper body? Great job using that big frame.
Flushes it home.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
George Hill to Middleton. Hill to Middleton. Lets it fly from long range. Good contest. Middleton off the mark.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Hill into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Spinning shot won't fall. Lays it up and in.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
George Hill to Middleton. Going to launch beyond the arc. And Chris Middleton good on the quick release that time.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Now the Bucks gonna signal for a timeout. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. And now a reach, and that's going to be an intentional foul. Free throws here in the final minute of play.
His timing was a tad bit off.
To Middleton. Has a look. Yes, when this guy's open, look out. Nearly automatic.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
And Chris Middleton on his own island hits it from 3.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
And here's the foul. Right now it's a 2-possession game, so if he hits 1 or 2 of these, it could be all she wrote.
Too close to call right now. We're in clock management mode. That was a good play.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Middleton won't go down.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Milwaukee foul to number 43.
The free throw, good. And they add one more to the lead. It's up to 11. Off the assist. That misses with 2 seconds to go. It's the Raptors with the victory as they get a good win on the road. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors got the win in a close game. The defense in this matchup was outstanding. When they weren't blocking shots, they were making steals, and it all came together for a terrific win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Bucks finished on the loop.
Player of the game.
I like this choice because he really put on a show in this game. There's a reason he's a fan favorite. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next.